In the next few minutes, I'm going to expose 8 coconut oil brands that have been refined, bleached, and stripped of everything that made coconut oil worth buying in the first place. From household names you've trusted for years to private label brands hiding behind organic seals, what you're about to discover might completely change what you reach for at the grocery store. Plus, I'll reveal the 3 brands that actually deliver real, unprocessed coconut oil you can feel good about. Stay until the end because number 1 will change how you shop forever. Let's start with what's sitting in your kitchen cabinet right now. 8. Amazon Grocery. Starting at number 8, Amazon's private label coconut oil rides on the convenience of one-click ordering and next-day delivery. But what arrives at your door may not be what you had in mind. The listing names it organic refined coconut oil, and while the USDA organic and non-GMO project verified seals look impressive on the product page, the key word here is refined. That means the coconut oil has been processed to remove its natural coconut flavor and aroma, leaving behind a neutral tasting product that barely resembles what coconut oil is supposed to be. The listing itself confirms this, describing a neutral flavor and neutral aroma as though those are selling points. For millions of shoppers who trust Amazon to deliver quality alongside convenience, this one deserves a much closer look at the label before it ends up in your cart. Organic certification is a good start, and non-GMO verification adds another layer of reassurance. But refined processing takes away much of what drew health-conscious consumers to coconut oil in the first place. When you strip away the taste and the smell, you have to ask yourself what else was lost along the way. And for older adults who are choosing coconut oil deliberately for its natural reputation, a refined product may not be delivering the benefits they're counting on. 7. Good & Gather. At number 7, Target's own Good & Gather brand offers what looks like a clean, modern pantry staple wrapped in minimalist packaging, but the details tell a different story. The product is listed on Target's shelves as organic refined coconut oil, and their own description confirms it's made from expeller-pressed dried coconut meat. That might sound like a traditional, careful process, but here's the catch. The end result is an oil with a neutral scent and flavor, and the ingredient line says it plainly: organic refined coconut oil. When coconut oil has been refined to the point where it no longer smells or tastes like coconut, you have to wonder what exactly you're paying for and what was removed during that process. For the millions of families who shop at Target every week, trusting that house brand to deliver honest, affordable quality, this coconut oil may not be living up to the expectations that its clean branding creates. The gap between what the attractive packaging promises and what the refining process actually delivers is something every Target shopper deserves to understand before making their choice. 6. Spectrum. Moving to number 6, Spectrum has been a familiar name in health food stores and natural grocery aisles for years, and many shoppers assume anything with the Spectrum label must be a step above conventional options. Their reputation for quality oils has earned a loyal following, especially among health-conscious consumers. But their coconut oil product page tells a different story than what many customers expect. It's listed clearly as organic coconut oil, refined. Spectrum states openly that this particular variety is specifically designed to have no coconut taste whatsoever. The ingredient is described as expeller-pressed refined organic coconut oil. Now, expeller pressing sounds like a gentler, more natural process, and compared to chemical solvent extraction, it certainly is. But the refining that follows still strips the oil of its natural character, its aroma, and the distinctive qualities that set coconut oil apart from other cooking fats. For loyal Spectrum customers who've trusted this brand for years with their cooking oils and supplements, it's worth understanding that their coconut oil has been processed well beyond what most people picture when they imagine pure, wholesome coconut oil sitting on a health food store shelf. 5. Better Body Foods. At number 5, Better Body Foods positions itself as a health-forward, wellness-minded brand, and the name alone suggests you're making a smarter choice for your family every time you reach for one of their products. But their coconut oil tells a more complicated story than the branding lets on. Better Body's own official website calls the product organic refined coconut oil and proudly states it has a neutral flavor and neutral aroma, as though removing everything that makes coconut oil distinctive is somehow a feature rather than a compromise. They describe a process where the coconut meat is pressed and then refined. When a company whose entire brand identity revolves around better health and better ingredients sells you a refined product that's been stripped of its natural coconut qualities, it raises an important question: better for whom exactly? The refining process removes the very compounds, the natural aroma, the characteristic flavor, the unprocessed integrity that drew health-conscious consumers to coconut oil in the first place. For older adults especially, who may be turning to coconut oil for its traditional reputation and natural properties, a refined version simply isn't delivering the same product they believe they're buying. 4. Nice for you. At number 4, the Nice for You brand sold exclusively through Walgreens lands on this list because convenience shouldn't come at the cost of quality, especially when it involves something you're putting into your body every day. The product appears on the Walgreens website listed as organic refined coconut oil. While the organic label offers some reassurance about farming practices and what wasn't sprayed on the coconuts, the refined designation means this oil has undergone processing that removes its natural coconut characteristics. Nowhere in the available listing is it described as virgin or unrefined. For the many older Americans who stop into Walgreens regularly for prescriptions, supplements, and everyday essentials, grabbing a jar of coconut oil off the shelf during a pharmacy visit might feel like a practical, healthy decision. It's right there next to the vitamins, after all. But refined coconut oil, even when it carries an organic seal, has gone through processing that fundamentally changes the product from what nature originally produced. It's the kind of quiet compromise that's incredibly easy to miss when you're shopping for convenience and trusting the brand name on the label to do the quality control for you. 3. Kroger. Claiming the number 3 spot, Kroger's private label coconut oil is something millions of families across America toss into their grocery carts every single week without giving it a second thought. The brand name carries decades of trust, and the price point makes it an easy choice. But the product is explicitly titled Pure Refined Coconut Oil. What's particularly telling here is that Kroger separately sells a Simple Truth virgin coconut oil under a completely different sub-brand, which means the standard Kroger branded item is intentionally positioned as the refined, processed option. The main Kroger branded coconut oil listing does not describe the product as virgin, cold-pressed, or unrefined anywhere. For the countless households that rely on Kroger as their everyday grocery store, this distinction matters more than most people realize. When you see that familiar Kroger logo on a jar of coconut oil, you trust it. You assume it's giving you a quality product at a fair price. But in this case, the house brand coconut oil has been refined in ways that remove the natural compounds, the distinctive aroma, and the unprocessed character that many shoppers are specifically seeking out when they choose coconut oil over other cooking fats. If you're a Kroger shopper and you want real, unrefined coconut oil, you'll need to look past the house brand and reach for something different on the shelf. 2. PAM. Coming in at number 2, PAM takes the concept of coconut oil and turns it into something barely recognizable from the wholesome product most people have in mind. PAM doesn't even sell their coconut oil in a jar. Instead, they market it as a no-stick cooking spray positioned entirely around spraying convenience and non-stick performance. The product page emphasizes spraying directly onto food or pans, treating coconut oil as nothing more than a delivery mechanism for a non-stick coating rather than a cooking ingredient with its own nutritional identity. But here's what really sets PAM apart on this list and pushes it to the number 2 position. Retail ingredient listings for their coconut oil spray reveal that it isn't just coconut oil in that can. It also contains sunflower lecithin as an additional ingredient. That means you're not getting pure coconut oil in any form. You're getting a blended, aerosolized product engineered for convenience, not for health. For the many home cooks who switched to coconut oil cooking spray, believing they were making a healthier, more natural choice in the kitchen, this is a real wake-up call. What's coming out of that can is a far cry from the simple, wholesome, single-ingredient oil you had in mind when you picked it up off the store shelf. 1. Luana. Taking the number 1 spot as the most misleading coconut oil brand on American store shelves, Luana has been a kitchen staple in homes across the country for generations. Many of us grew up seeing that familiar name in our parents' and grandparents' pantries, sitting right next to the vegetable oil and shortening. There's a genuine sense of trust and nostalgia that comes with that kind of long-standing familiarity, which makes what comes next even more disappointing. Here's what Luana's own product page openly admits. Their coconut oil has no coconut aroma or taste. None whatsoever. The company states clearly and without reservation that all of their coconut oils are refined, bleached, and deodorized. Every single one. They also confirm their coconut oils are not virgin and not cold-pressed. Let that sink in for a moment. Every coconut oil product Luana sells has been put through a refining process that bleaches and deodorizes the oil until there is virtually nothing left of the original coconut it came from. No smell, no taste, no natural character. For a brand that so many American families have trusted for decades, handed down from one generation of home cooks to the next, this level of processing is deeply, genuinely disappointing. When you buy coconut oil, you expect coconut oil, not a refined, bleached, deodorized product that has been systematically stripped of its identity. Luana earns the #1 spot on this list because the gap between what loyal consumers believe they're buying and what they're actually getting is wider here than with any other brand we've covered today. After uncovering all of that, you might be feeling a little overwhelmed and wondering whether any coconut oil brand out there actually delivers the real thing. It can feel deeply discouraging to learn that so many products on store shelves have been refined and processed beyond recognition. But the good news is, yes, some brands absolutely still do it right. These next 3 coconut oils prove that you can still find products made with genuine care, full transparency, and real respect for what coconut oil is supposed to be. Not all brands cut corners, and the ones that don't deserve your attention. 3. Kirkland Signature. Starting our safe list at number 3, Kirkland Signature proves that buying in bulk at a warehouse store doesn't mean you have to sacrifice quality or settle for a heavily processed product. Costco lists their Kirkland Signature coconut oil as organic virgin coconut oil, and that distinction matters enormously after everything we've just covered. The product carries USDA organic certification, meaning it meets strict federal standards for how the coconuts were grown and processed. But most importantly, Costco also confirms that this oil is cold-pressed and unrefined. That means no bleaching, no deodorizing, and no chemical processing, stripping away the natural compounds that make real coconut oil genuinely valuable. For the millions of Costco members who already trust Kirkland Signature for everything from olive oil to laundry detergent, this is deeply reassuring news. You're getting genuine, honest virgin coconut oil at the kind of value pricing that Costco has built its entire reputation on. It's proof that doing things the right way, keeping the oil unrefined and cold-pressed, doesn't have to break the bank. For families who go through coconut oil regularly and want quality they can count on, Kirkland Signature delivers honest quality you can trust in every single jar. 2. Trader Joe's. At number 2, Trader Joe's has built a fiercely loyal following by offering products that actually live up to the promises on their labels, and their coconut oil is a perfect example of why so many shoppers swear by this store. Trader Joe's states clearly that their organic virgin coconut oil is virgin, cold-pressed, and unrefined. But they don't stop there. Their FAQ page goes even further, confirming that there is no bleaching and no preservatives involved anywhere in the production process. The product page also notes that the oil starts with freshly harvested organic coconuts, which tells you something important about the care and attention that goes into sourcing the raw ingredients before processing even begins. In a market absolutely flooded with refined, processed, stripped-down alternatives that barely qualify as coconut oil anymore, Trader Joe's stands out by keeping things beautifully simple and completely transparent. For health-conscious shoppers who take the time to read labels carefully and genuinely want to know exactly what they're putting into their bodies and feeding their families, this is the kind of straightforward honesty that builds lasting, real trust. Every jar delivers what coconut oil is supposed to be: unrefined, unbleached, free of preservatives, and full of the natural qualities that made you reach for coconut oil in the first place. 1. Dr. Bronner's taking the top spot as the absolute best coconut oil you can buy. Dr. Bronner's represents everything that coconut oil should be and raises the bar even higher than most consumers would expect. The company sells an organic virgin coconut oil that is expeller pressed, preserving the natural integrity of the oil through a careful mechanical process that avoids harsh chemical extraction entirely. But what truly sets Dr. Bronner's apart from every single other brand on this list, and frankly from nearly every coconut oil on the market, is their regenerative organic certified status. This isn't just a standard organic certification. Regenerative Organic Certified is widely recognized as one of the highest and most rigorous standards in food production anywhere in the world, covering not only what goes into the final product, but how the farming itself impacts the soil, the workers, and the surrounding environment. It's a certification that looks at the entire picture, not just a single snapshot. When you open a jar of Dr. Bronner's coconut oil, you're holding a product that was made with intention and integrity from the very ground it was grown in all the way to your kitchen. The oil smells like real coconut, tastes like real coconut, and retains the full range of natural properties that health-conscious consumers have been seeking out all along. For anyone who wants absolute, complete peace of mind about what's in their coconut oil and how it was produced from start to finish, Dr. Bronner's sets a standard that no other brand on the market today can match. This is what coconut oil was always meant to be: simple, pure, and crafted with genuine care at every step. There you have it. 8 coconut oil brands hiding behind refined processing, neutral flavors, and misleading labels, plus 3 that actually honor what real coconut oil should be. Before your next grocery run, remember this. Look for the words virgin, cold-pressed, and unrefined on the label, and don't let familiar brand names or impressive-looking organic seals alone do the thinking for you. Your kitchen deserves better. If this video changed how you think about the coconut oil sitting in your kitchen, hit that like button, drop a comment telling me which brand surprised you the most, and share this with everyone who deserves to know what they're really buying. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss content protecting your health and exposing the truth behind everyday grocery products. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.